Hello everyone, this is Silva, also known as, and for in this instance, Fallout New Vegas Harvest Festival DLC. This is a response to this Omega Beans guy, who seemed to have taken our little Pyro argument out to Reddit and did not keep it in TF2. So in that case, like all the people I try to own, I'm going to own this guy in Reddit. Because this guy, if you take a look at the image, has a Pyro sipping on spy tears. Very clever. And he also has a cutout of our conversation, which is actually doctored to make him look like he actually had a point there. Well, not really a point. There's really just no points in this entire conversation. But in reality, I was actually making some points about how broken Pyro is. And, well, I guess he just wanted me to look like the typical spy player that doesn't know what they're doing. And the fact is, I actually do know what I'm doing, and this guy is just trying to make it seem like I'm not. So, this guy does not have the original footage, or at least I don't think. He did make a comment to some guy saying that he does have the actual gameplay, but it's going to take it's like 5 gigs or so to process, which I actually use plays.tv, and apparently is Shadowplay or something. Mine is not 5 gigs at all, and I had 3 hours of footage before that, but this so happened in the last game, and it was like 20 minutes long, so I actually do have the full footage. Now, I'm not going to release this right away, because this guy does also say that he's going to release it, and I want to see what his footage is before I release mine, because this guy is kind of shady. One of my friends actually was doing some searching around. He was looking for his name, I'm guessing, and he went across this one user profile named Pasty Cakes now. However, if you look at the image that I'm posting, it says there's also users played as my name, which wasn't even spelled properly, just spelled the way TF2 did, which deleted the C out of the name. Then he is playing as Mr. Omega Bean's name on Steam, and he just changed it back to Pasty Cakes. So this user was obviously created because that was the first name. It's obviously they were planning to make some sort of doctored footage. Probably still making it look like I'm a retard. It could also be because he realized that I was not playing Dead Ringer the entire game, and he actually lied about that. He even kept it in there even though he knew I wasn't Dead Ringing. So yeah, we're just going to take a look at the footage now and see what kind of doctoring he's been doing. So we should use this little cutout of comments as a index so that we know what we can find here in the footage to show that this guy is doctoring the entire conversation. The first comment here is actually accurate. It's the first thing I said to him when I was when I sapped a sentry gun and dispenser, killed the engineer, and then immediately died afterwards. He home recorded the whole thing, and I think home record's broken, honestly. It shouldn't be able to. I know Pyro is the counter to spy, but it really should not be a complete counter, because there's no class, even though there are hard counters to classes, they're not this hard to where they're unplayable. Oh my god, I had it, and then there's a homewrecker Pyro! Please remove! So as you see, there's my comment there with the homewrecker Pyro, and his response is, of course, every typical moron has to say cry some more. It's just the response to, like, anything that's called out for being overpowered. Whether it is overpowered or not, people won't actually give a good reason why something would be broken. Like, you can ask me anything. You can ask me if it's broken or not. I'll let you know what I think about it and my reasoning. These people just literally just pass it off like it's something that just doesn't make any sense to them. So moving on through here, we'll see like things that have been cut out. This Golbat moron, he's not a friend of his, but he was someone that was freaking owning an earlier match, and he's mad, so he jumps on the bandwagon of being on a spy that actually knows what he's doing. And he's just going after some cheap shots. Friggin' here he goes saying that go Dead Ringer and cry some more. Even though Dead Ringer was not what I was using the Invisilwatch. I don't usually use Dead Ringer. The only way I ever use Dead Ringer is if I'm just going Ambassador Spy. Yeah, just for fun, just to switch it up so I don't have to go around stabbing people. And I don't think this was in his little list of words, but it says play spy for once and realize the bullshit your actions are. Which I'm pretty sure he didn't put on there because it's actually true. Spy players, or people who rag on spy, don't really know how to play spy. They don't ever play him enough. They just automatically think he's broken and then just move on to playing Pyro or anything that can actually fight back on spy, which really anything can. I make that point later on, saying that spy is easily defeated if you just use your awareness. That's all it is just awareness. And later on, they actually take my advice that people were actually starting to look around. They were shooting all their teammates. So I basically gave them my own kryptonite there. And so they used it, and it pretty much proved my point. And here's Golbat taking more cheap shots. You go to school tomorrow or something. Yeah, the Pyro definitely needs to go back to school. I think he needs to remember how to breathe through his nose instead of his mouth. Yeah, so I explained that it breaks the game, and I asked for proper counters or anything really that can actually make it a little easier to sap things or whatever, or any proper counters to Pyro. And he just responds with, Wanted responds with, so is Spy. Spy breaks the game, which it doesn't. And here's, Spookport, also known as like Omega Bean or something, whatever his name was, thinks that Scrub Ringer, Dead Ringer, called it Scrub Ringer. It says Dead Ringer breaks the game, which even that, like I used to think it was broken like a long time ago until they like nerfed it, and now I just think it's something that I guess you would want to use as your beginner spy because Dead Ringer's kind of it is kind of cheap. But it's not like horribly bad. It's not bad cheap. It's not game breaking or anything. And he still thinks I'm using Dead Ringer even though I'm not. And that's usually good spies. You're a good spy when people think you're Dead Ringing when you're just Invisilwatching because you're that elusive that people just can't find you. Then again, I just dial on this because this is bad spy gameplay by me. I wish I could show some better gameplay of me playing Spy because I'm usually pretty good at it. But this one was just not that great. However, later on, you'll see that he's gloating about dominating me or whatever. And the thing is if you watch the footage of me actually playing against him, you'll see that I do not go after him. He is nothing to me. He's just a paranoid Pyro player. It'd be stupid for me to go after him. So I'm not like a stupid spy that doesn't know what he's doing. I try to stay away from those paranoid players unless they're distracted. But he obviously doesn't get that. He thinks I'm after him the entire game. Or he just has some sort of power-hungry bragging rights or some crap. Which, he doesn't deserve. He's just a Pyro player that's very paranoid. See here's people just actually searching around. That's that spot or that sniper, that wanted guy. He's that sniper that's running around just swinging in the air. That's the guy that thinks Spy is broken, and his response for Spy being broken was that you had to go spy check. Like, you don't have to do that. I mean, honestly, you had Dead Ringer. I mean, he had a Razorback on. He didn't really have to worry about spies unless they shot him in the head, which I can do, which is why I use Ambassador, because there's way too many spy counters in this game. Ambassador kind of eliminates a lot of those. Oh, never mind, he's in the cozy camper, I just noticed there. That's the guy, I think. Yeah, that's him. So yeah, never mind. He could just use Razorback, though, if he didn't want to spy check. Because more than likely, most spies don't actually shoot the snipers that use it. I'd also like to add that spy checking is not something that ruins the game, breaks it, because I do it when I'm not even playing Pyro or anything. I shoot all my teammates that I suspect as spy players. And it works. People just die. They just drop dead as spy. Because that's how you fight them. You don't just freaking say, oh well, there's no penalty for shooting your teammates. Just do it. And here he is taunting because he actually ran around and shot fire everywhere. More proof that Spy's not actually broken. And it actually gives a good reason to use Dead Ringer, honestly. The guy says Dead Ringer breaks the game. I just say it's the actual counter to the BS that happens in the game a lot with Spy. There's this play Spy better than comment. That one was actually doctored, I think. Well, that was a part of the doctoring. It was actually a comment that was kind of spliced in together with these other comments, making it look like I had no idea what I was talking about. And it is a little impossible to play Spy better than what I was. I mean, yeah, I mean, I probably could have done better anyway because it was a pretty bad game or playthrough. However, when you have Pyros that are just searching constantly, a team that's searching constantly, it's a little hard to get kills there because you have to get them when they're distracted most of the time. When there's a team like that that's paranoid, you just have to wait for them to get distracted and just plan your strikes. There's that go try trick stabbing your ego, it needs it kind of comment. That stupid comment. I don't even really know what he meant by that, because honestly that's kind of stupid. I guess he was trying to make a smart comment like a burn or something like that. Sick burn, dude! And it just fell flat on his face. I mean, that's not really a burn, it's just kind of it's one of those try hard burns, you know, it's like the ones that are just kind of cringy because they mix some words together. Because you know that's what they did. They mixed some real cool words together to sound smart, and then it's just like it doesn't make any sense. So it doesn't even really matter as a burn. Like, go trick stab your ego away. Like, freaking really. Oh yeah, and then he says like he dominates me as freaking Pyro, which I am a spy after all. I mean, of course you're gonna dominate if you're a paranoid Pyro player. That's almost uncommon, and I didn't even go after him. I could have freaking dominated him anytime, or not dominated, but at least could have got my revenge every time. I just had to wait for him to be distracted, and I could have struck him, but you know I didn't go for him because he's not really a huge target. And for the team I was playing on, I was doing pretty well regardless of whatever was going on. He says that I wasn't playing decently because I was shit talking, but seriously, I was actually doing pretty good. even though I was pretty much, you know, just zombie mode at that time. So, I mean, I wasn't doing my best, but I'm still top of the team. So, screw you, Omega Bean. You have no idea. And being a Pyro player, I'm surprised you weren't on the top of the team. I guess you were looking for spies more than anything. Oh, hey, here's this taunting like it means anything comment. You know, it's funny because that's the one that was actually like the biggest doctor out of that entire cutout. Because he placed it right after you kept saying wah wah wah. Freaking like I was actually mad at him for making baby comments. In fact, I think the reason why he wanted to doctor that because he knew his freaking baby cry comments were just stupid posting. It's like because I never got triggered by his like freaking whining comments or whatever his baby cries. I actually called him out for being a moron, not having an actual response except that. Now he actually puts a comment that wasn't even directed at him into the cutout as something that was directed to him, which it never was. It was commented. It was directed at a soldier that got a crit kill and actually taunted because he thought that was good because I killed him like 20 times before. Like really, people like this just show that I actually had a point. Like I actually have good arguments to Pyro being broken. This is Pyro players though. I mean, this ain't. I'm not even gonna say that's just one Pyro player. This is all Pyro players I run into. You call them out and they just actually like spurg out and then they start making stupid comments. Then I'm gonna guess I've never had any Pyro player actually make a Reddit post about it, but I'm pretty sure that they have told their friends how freaking stupid that one spy was, or that one scout player, or that one sniper player. Because that's all they can do. They don't have an argument. They want to have an echo chamber telling them like how good they are at playing Pyro and how everyone that calls them out are just stupid. So that's basically it. And the rest of the gameplay doesn't make any comments or anything like that. In fact, I think he switched to Soldier at one point, which of course I didn't go for because they were pushing the cart right up against the freaking final control point. So I pretty much fought the control point most of the time, and well, I didn't get my revenge on him, but he wasn't that big of a target, and he wasn't anywhere near the cart, so you know he was kind of just useless. And I must say, Omega Bean, you are a gigantic liar, and I hope you have figured out that you're nothing. You're just about as useless in that game as you are in real life. You have to lie your way out of things, so you have to fabricate stories to actually get somewhere. So I mean, I hope that shows how much of a piece of crap you are. And well, good luck in the future, I guess.